What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I'm back with I know it's been so long, another video. Listen here. Um, yes, I do. My camera's get it back. Where we are? My camera right there. That's my camera. I do a lot of videos. Do a lot of no, not a video. I do a lot of shows. And I don't do a lot of videos. Sometimes I just cut up what I have on Twitch because I'm always streaming. You know what I mean? Trying to get my Twitch platform off the ground. Shout out to those that swung by today. Like I said, for those of you that joined the channel, the YouTube channel, plus to the Patreon, or subscribe to me on Twitch, which you can also do with Amazon Prime. Every weekend, that is a pay-per-view event. A way of me saying thank you. Today we had the UFC fight. The Ant Bender fought the Cuban guy. I'm not familiar with UFC, but I'm getting it. Um, we have a special private Discord just for you guys. So if you subscribe to my Discord, I'm sorry, if you subscribe to me on Twitch, uh, email me. Mostly, I tell you guys all the time. If you're on the part of the Patreon, also, if you join my YouTube channel, reach out to me. I'm gonna give you the link to the private Discord where I host the pay-per-view events every week. And like I said, it's this third time that we've done it. Um, Shout out to you guys. I get to talk to you guys when they're bucking out, having a great time. Again, it's a way of me saying thank you for supporting me and the platform. But I've been saying for a while, I have to get back to doing regular scheduled videos. You know, and everybody's going to watch a 2 hour podcast. Even though I enjoy doing them, I have a blast doing them, but I got to discipline myself. At least drop a video every day for the people. Some of you guys have data caps. You know what I mean? But anyway, getting right into today's video. I got some other stuff that I want to talk about, so I'm not going to be too long-winded. But I got some next generation news here, which I am excited for. I'm excited for. And this is nothing, but this here I am excited for. Xbox Series X will have a dedicated audio chip, Ninja Theory engineers revealed. What do I mean by that? For those of you that know me, I have 1,001 pair of headphones, and one of the things that sold me on Battlefield was the sound. You know what I mean? But anyway, it said hardware acceleration could enable 3D audio. Xbox Series X will have its own dedicated audio chip, which will improve the quality of sound of next generation games. First party engineers, now you haven't heard that from me for a while, dealing with Microsoft first party engineers, right? Have told VGC hardware accelerated audio looks set to be the hallmark feature of next generation console, freeing up resources. It's very important, freeing up resources. Pre-release constrained sound engine also enabled a number of significant features such as audio ray tracing. Now, we get back to me saying ray tracing. We got the visual ray tracing. Things gonna have audio ray tracing. Oh my god, I can't wait to see what the headphones they have. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna be probably selling some audio ray tracing headphones. You know, I'm gonna have like 19 pairs. You know what I mean? I can't wait. Like I said, Ninja Theory, the game, like I said, what do you call it? Hellblade. And if you put up, a decent pair of headphones, the conversations that she was having in her head, yum, 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 it was spooky the hell out. But anyway, they are excited about this. It's just one thing, like I said, the Xbox Series X is going to be a premium console. I'm hearing a lot of things about this console, right? On what the console could do, but guess what? Microsoft has to have the games. But like I said, I am looking forward to Hellblade 2, which will be a Xbox Series X exclusive. It's not coming out on older hardware. Visually, the game looks amazing. Didn't really care for the first one. It wasn't so much the puzzles and even though the sound was freaky, if you listen to what she's saying, it wasn't enough action. And but what they're saying, you know what I mean, they made that game with a $10 million budget. Uh, I again with Microsoft resources, I can't wait to see what Ninja Theory was able to create or be able to do with this game here. You know what I mean? I said the Series X dedicated audio chip will mean that they no longer have to sacrifice sound in order to facilitate other parts of their project. They say, you know what I mean? So with this having their own dedicated audio chip, which would eat up other resources in the console for whatever parts or whatever they're also going to do. This is dope, but does it add to the price? Now, I mean, this console here is going to be a behemoth. We're talking about 12 teraflops. I'm what on the how you said, went on the thing and said this console's gonna be $500. The more and more I'm hearing about this console, and I don't mind. I don't mind paying for a premium product. You know what I mean? Uh, this console is gonna be between $500 to $600. It's going to be a beast. And again, just imagine. So let me say this: we just seen the um, Ghost of Tsushima trailer and what Sony was able to do with quote unquote 1.8 T flops, right? So I don't care which one is more powerful between the X or the PS5. It doesn't matter. It all comes down to the games. You know, well, one console, if one is powerful, maybe one of them may have the better version of the multiplats. It is what it is. But it's going to come down to the exclusives and what their own teams and developers are able to bring to life. You know what I mean? We already see what Sony Santa Monica, I'm sorry, uh, not Sony Santa Monica. Yes, Sony Santa Monica did with Gears of War. They're already talking about when they showcase. That's gonna be in another video. I have some slides. I was seeing, slid a slide talking about God of War 2, and it's like they rolling back to them because technically, God of War, the last one was supposed to be God of War 4, but it was just God of War. So when they do show the PlayStation 5, I'm gonna look ahead of myself. They're supposed to be maybe showcasing. I'm sorry, God of War 2. Also, speaking a little bit about the Xbox new, it says the Xbox Series X will be able to play PC games. Hear me out. Rumor has it the Xbox Series X can and will play PC games in something called Windows mode. A new rumor has appeared yesterday from the Xbox Community Insider claiming that the Xbox Series X will have a Windows mode that gives players an option that works in Windows 10 environment that should make it possible to support Steam and the Epic Game stores. To this, I say no, because when you're talking about enabling Windows mode, hear me out, and giving players the access to the full to a Windows full operating, like I say, OS. That eats of resources. One of the things that consoles have on their side, is that you don't have to run a full OS. And such like I said, a PC, like I said, Windows, or if you're running Linux or whatever, it's a huge system resource hog. And again, I don't see Microsoft allowing Steam to run natively on the console. I mean, not streaming games. I'm talking about to be able to actually buy games physically on the store from them, because you're taking money out of their own ecosystem. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say no. Maybe it's the way like you can stream whatever you have on your PC to your Xbox. That's something different. But like I said again, streaming and natively, I mean, you have access to the whole Windows 10 operating system, so that security, hacking, and pirate, all types of stuff comes along with that. And then again, so why would you pay $65 or $60 for Call of Duty on from the Xbox store, where you can probably get it out of the Steam store or the other store for $30, and Microsoft mixes out on that money. You know what I mean? And again, we all know they don't make their money from the hardware; they make their money from the software and services. So to that, I'd say no. You know what I mean? I don't think so. Also, too, I have some PlayStation 5 news. Um, it says that the AMD next generation consoles are on track to release in 2020. The PS5 will use full Rdna2. We know the whole debacle. The gamer streets were on fire last week. People were predicting, saying that first it wasn't going to have no quote unquote hardware ray tracing. Then Sony came out and confirmed that. But it is also going to use full Rdna2. AMD had a presentation, what was it, last week, and they showed the consoles. It had the next generation Xbox, next generation PlayStation, and according to their tech, it says they're not RDNA 1.5, RDNA 2.0. But it says AMD has confirmed today that the next generation consoles from Sony Interactive Entertainment and Microsoft are still on track to launch in 2020, despite of the coronavirus. Hear me out. I was slated to receive a quote unquote a TurboGrafx 16 miniature review, which for those who maybe you don't remember the TurboGrafx 16, they came out around the time of the NES, between the Genesis and the NES. Came out way before the Super Nintendo, you know what I mean? But around the Genesis, you had Bonk's Adventure, China Warrior, I think a couple of the games that they had didn't really take off. But I liked it, but they were releasing a TurboGrafx 16 Mini, which was delayed and pushed back because of the coronavirus. Was supposed to launch March 19th, but it says his AMD has confirmed today that the next generation consoles from Sony Interactive Entertainment and Microsoft are still on track to launch in 2020, despite the coronavirus slowing down production of essentially anything going in and out from China. I know Microsoft has a plant in South America. That's why their consoles are cheaper down there. They don't have to deal with tariffs and different shipments. But I don't know if that plant there, I'm just talking for Microsoft, that plant there in South America can handle a global worldwide launch. But anyway, that's fantastic news, and it gets even better for PlayStation and Pacific. The PS5 will be using cutting edge Rdna2 technology instead of RDNA. Essentially, is a 50% increase in power per watt compared to the first version. Both consoles will use Zen 2 chips, and the Rdna2 is quite literally not even out yet, so this will be top of the line stuff. Stop right there. Normally and traditionally, when console used to come out, they used to be the cutting edge, cutting edge, specs that were out there. Then what you had came along this seventh generation, right? Because when the 360 came out, that was top of the line. You probably couldn't find, you couldn't a PC to outperform it. But like I said, technology is forever moving forward. Then the PS3 came along, and then that, believe it or not, was more powerful than gaming rigs. But what you had was this 8 and 9 year console cycle, which which was very unhealthy for gaming and tech wise. That's when you have consoles were never quote unquote surpass PCs again, because PCs are released cards every year. You get NVIDIA, AMD, but that's not what I'm saying there, though. That's not the moral of the story, brother. Anyway, but it says here the PS5 and the Xbox both to launch this fall. Microsoft and Sony are purportedly preparing to launch a cheaper and expensive console, respectively called the Xbox Series E and the PlayStation 5 Plus. This is the first time I'm hearing about the Xbox Series E. I heard about Xbox Lockhart, or that's supposed to be their lower end next generation offer, saying they're saying around 4 T flops. And say, hey, what next gen? The Xbox One X is 6 T flops. But again, we're talking about RDNA 2.0 newer architecture. Even if this thing theoretically is 4 T flops, they say almost around the 14, 40. It was dance circles around the Xbox One X, especially with those anemic Jaguar core CPUs. But it says here, Sony is also releasing quote unquote 2 consoles, the PS5, and people were saying the PS5 Pro, but they're saying it's called the PS5 Plus. Now, I don't see Sony releasing a PS5 and a PS5 Plus in the same year. To me, this really doesn't, that's releasing maybe a 5 and it's just another console. I'll say that, but maybe the PS5 will be on the market for maybe, again, 2.5, 3, I say 3 years, and then they will introduce probably a what do you call it, a PS5 Plus or a PS5 Pro. Cool, you know what I mean? But a lot of people may be a little ticked off. They come out with the PS5 and again, I'm saying the PS5 is going to be about $500. You know what I mean? Talk about new tech. We're talking about Sony, what they're reportedly using, if the rumors are true, and it still is 9.2 T flops. They saying running at 2 gigahertz. That's a lot of fucking heat, not for consoles. And they, like I said, they're overly spent on quote unquote either water cooled or whatever else to cool the damn thing down. That's what the cost is coming back. But we shall see. We shall see. And that's supposed to be to combat the power advantage that supposedly the Xbox One X, or I'm sorry, Series X is supposed to have with the PS5. The PS5, the Xbox One X, Series X, I hate that damn name, is 12 T flops. Rumor has it that the PS5 is 9.2, but Sony is supposed to be super overclocking the hell out of this thing. And that's why, they're spending so much on the cooling down solution of this thing, you know what I mean? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If Sony is releasing the PS5 Plus, will you wait to buy that when it releases maybe 2 years later? Me, personally, I'm buying both. And it depends on how much the Xbox Series E is. I need one for the front room. Hello. Yes, yes. Yeah, got no. I'm there. No, I'm not here, but I'll be there. All right. Yeah, that's mine. I gotta go to the room. Okay. But anyway, I'm about to get the hell out of here. Maybe I'm about to play a game or two on Twitch. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. I talked about a lot in this video here. Um, what do you predict as far as pricing for the Xbox Series X? I'm saying if they're going to be competitive, I don't know, man. I still say $5 for both. You know what I mean? $5 for both. And for Microsoft lower end console, I'm saying $300, man. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. And also, they both saying they're from AMD. They're both on track still release in 2020. Maybe they may open up some plant somewhere else. Both Microsoft and Sony. I know they said the Olympics is supposed to be canceled in Japan if they don't have this coronavirus in how you say intact or in control by 2020. I mean, sorry, by May. So we shall see. But anyway, this is your boy Nick 720. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And again, subscribe to the channel. Also, swing by the website broadbandbullies.com. All those stories that I read to you right now with their juicy information came from broadbandbullies.com. I will leave the link down below. This is your boy Next Gen 720, and subscribe to me on Twitch. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. All those links to all my social media stuff, which I'm very active on, are going to be pinned in the first comment below. You know what I mean? Holla at your boy. I'm out of here.